Hi, I'm Dr. Scott Peck, and I want to talk to you about expecting a miracle. There's several points I want to share with you, and then back them up with some examples that I hope will help you to expect and have miracles in your life. We all need them. The first point is to focus sustained energy towards the highest possibility. An example of this is when I was during the Vietnam War, I was drafted, and yet I felt like a conscientious objector. I didn't know what to do. But I listened to my highest intuition, and it said, go into the Army, which seemed very strange to me, even though I could have gotten out being a conscientious objector. Well, I went in, I got trained with the M16, how to kill people, how to be a sharpshooter, and then I was assigned not to Vietnam but to Korea, and I was asked to be a reporter for the Stars and Stripes and given a civilian car and wore civilian clothes for the whole year that I was there, and it launched my career as a journalist and a photographer. That was a miracle. So here's what happened, however. First, I focused intense, sustained energy towards the highest possibility of being a conscientious objector. I followed my highest intuition, even outside the box. I went into the Army, and I released all form, all outlining. This is the way it's got to be. It's so easy to do. And I opened my mind to big surprises, big awakening, and that sure was. And I expected a miracle. And today I'm acknowledging that as a miracle with gratitude. Another example, I was married twice, 7 years each time, and it was a failed marriage. So when those two were over, I thought, well, I'm a failure in love, and that's just the way it is. But then I got this idea, again, this intense, sustained, highest self idea that I deserve to be well loved, just as you deserve to be well loved. And I held to that, and I followed my highest self intuition, even outside the box. And I began to realize, you know, this is going to happen because this is my spiritual right. I stopped dating, I stopped looking for a woman just because I realized I had to live in my highest self outside that box, follow my intuition. That's what my intuition told me. And I released all outlining, how it was going to happen, and I just went on with my business, conducting workshops, and at one of those workshops, I met Shannon, and I knew it instantly. And that was a huge surprise, a big awakening for both she and me, and our story is, of course, is in our book, The Love You Deserve. I expected a miracle, and today I give gratitude that that miracle happened. But I did focus intense, sustained energy towards my highest self possibility, which I knew was to be well loved, perfectly loved. And then I followed my intuition. Another example, several years ago, I had a big eye problem, intense, excruciating pain. I was immobilized, couldn't drive, couldn't even be in the light, couldn't look at you in this video camera to save my life. And I thought, it really called on me, and I called on Shannon and her book, Love Heals, How to Heal Everything with Love. I lived with that. She read to me because I couldn't read for part of that time. And I focused my energy, deep, sustained energy, on health being a spiritual right, being your right and my right for everyone who's having a health challenge right now. And my highest intuition, and Shannon's, was to clean out things that had been in my past, mentally, emotionally, shame, guilt, and I really did that. And rather than focusing on the form and the outline, I released the form. I hope my eye will get better. Here's how the healing will be. It'll be this many weeks or months, or maybe I'll go blind. Those were all the thoughts that I had. So I opened my heart and mind to big surprises. And really the big surprise to me was what got cleared out of my system. It had nothing to do with my eye. I just cleared out so much emotional junk. It was unbelievable. I was storing it in my eye, feeling sorry for others, feeling sorry for myself. But I expected a miracle. I grew up, my parents raised me with nothing but spiritual healing, and it became natural for me to expect a miracle. And today I acknowledge that this was a miracle, that this healing came through. A fourth example is I'm a full-time real estate agent and also a full-time love teacher. I couldn't do that without being married to Shannon. We have a lot of joy, even though it's a lot of stuff. Well, real estate has been terrible, as all of you know, for the past several years. So I have devoted deep, sustained energy to the highest possibility of knowing that my partner, Bob Griswold, and I are talented and ready to serve, to help other people make life transitions, either buyers or sellers. But we had almost no buyers and like 1 or 2 listings that weren't selling. But I followed my highest intuition, which was even at the moment of the deepest despair in real estate, we started inventing new ways to approach real estate, all sorts of new ways. And the energy was intense, and it was wonderful, and it was burgeoning. And that was last September. Well, today I sit here in front of you with approaching 15 listings in real estate, with lots of sales this year, and we're the only agents, it seems, that are having sales. But what happened is I got outside the form. I realized this isn't about selling homes, this is about serving clients, and my right and your right for abundance, to experience abundance. Not, okay, I want this much money, but to be surprised. Okay, how is it going to come? Open my mind to awakening and to surprises. And what I found is that even though I had reluctantly done real estate before, now my heart got into it, and I was enjoying this process. And I consider this a miracle. But even as I leave you, now we have to sell these listings. So we've actually declared this month as the month of miracles for us in real estate. And it's interesting that this coincides with our Love Awakening program of Expect a Miracle. So I encourage you to follow these steps. Let me review them with you again as I put them on the screen. Focus intense, sustained energy towards your highest possibilities. Sustained energy, deep energy. Follow your highest self-intuition. You'll know, love will tell you, God will tell you, even if it's outside the box, like I went into the Army. Release all form. Give up the outlining and how you think it should happen and when you should think it happen or how it's going to look like. Just release that and open your heart and your mind to big surprises, to big awakening that are bigger than you can even imagine as you're listening to me today. And really expect a miracle. And when it comes, and every little miracle that comes, acknowledge it as a miracle and give gratitude, because that's part of expanding miracles in your life and having them become natural. I'm expecting a miracle for you in whatever area you need it in your life. I love you, and Shannon and I are with you.